sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. Through the first quarter of the season, hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Set, ready. 50, green, hut, hut.
Love going to air this out to start. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
Down. Black 40. Set.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, set. Red, 38. Set, hut.
Shotgun now for Love. Get some space around midfield. Good gain here as he heads out of bounds. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so
60
easy.
red. 60 red. Ready, ready.
Later on, it's the rookie from Nebraska, and he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Ready, ready. 45, ready.
Back to the well again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go. Ready?
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down.
He wouldn't pull the plug, though. Not.
2-yard line.
He'll take his ass with.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Here we go. Here we go. 33, yellow. Set.
Trying to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Set, hut. Hut.
Love from the gun. Taking a shot towards the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Set.
Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. You pick up of 17. And it'll give the Packers the first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it, because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Ready, set, go.
Love out of the shotgun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to it before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready?
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Giants are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing the loss. First play of the game.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Dart now against the blitz. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Motioning the tight end now. Rolling on 3rd. Here's Dart. He's got it. Complete to Downs. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And the Giants sure going to have the first down. I know it's early, Brock, but that felt kind of big. A lot of momentum generated from that turnover was about to disappear if they didn't convert.
Yeah, there actually is some pressure on this opening series to score. I know pressure's a privilege, but that turnover gave them some early momentum, but it won't just disappear if they fail to score. It'll actually head to that other sidelines.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. That'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. Tracy. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything you watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Quick one to the outside by Dart. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
This opening drive has reached the 5. Can they find 6 now on 3rd and goal? Darts out of the shotgun. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Giants have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest. But, man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting the quarterback in the rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and to finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. This drive will start inside the 25.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Down.
Now Love on the play fake. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Let's go. Set.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Trying for the deep ball. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return.
At their own 27-yard line.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. They go right back to Tracy. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Here's Tracy once more. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Motioning right is Ayuk. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
The Giants are set to punt. On the return for the Packers, that's Matthew Golden. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Ready.
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, first and 10.
Here we go. Set. Hut.
Here's Love. Finds him over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Ready. Set. Hut.
Handoff on second and short. And he'll get it up to the 27. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Javon Holland comes up with it. And the Giants getting back on his 6th interception of the season. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Has a man on target to Johnson. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
70 Lions. Check. Hurt.
Now here's Cam Scannable on the ground. That play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants pull out in front further, 13-zip. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Fielded at the 7. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there, and that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10.
Let's go. Set. Go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Short pickup to their own 31. Here's Abdul Carter making plays as he cleans that one up.
Positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go now. Ready.
To the air with Love. Caught, nice game left side. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Okay, ready?
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Come on, ready?
Thrown on first down. Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Back to the air. Love. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
The Giants using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Ready? Break.
Third down, they need 7.
Set.
Third and long, they're going to throw. He's got it over the middle. Breaks the tackle, he's got space ahead. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Packers the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down throw, here's Love. It isn't good enough, they're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is second and 16. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Here we go.
Throwing again. Love. And the defender comes away with it. And the Giants will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Well, Kate, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. That'll go for an 18-yard gain.
He in the dime.
It's good for a New York first down. Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. First down, and they go right back to it. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Tag. Lightning 18.
A handoff to Tracy. Solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
70 Lions.
Now darts going to the air. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Go. At the 60. At the 60.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Working quickly here.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 27.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. It was Barron Sorrell who hauled him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the gun, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Let's go. 19 Dragons.
Scatterboo. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Bronco. And jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. The defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
They'll try with Tracy. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they were quick.
These are the moments, and these are the kind of calls, Kate, that this offensive coordinator makes his money. You just get, well, you get stuffed on a run, and now you got 4th and goal. What are you going to do? That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points, and remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Jukes away from one. Not a good effort there. Now they're going to bring him down just beyond the 10.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go. Here we go. 45. Wide. Hut, hut.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And that is a crunching hit that ends our opening half. Waste of time. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
At the 40-yard line.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Here's start now. Completed over the middle. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Darts back to throw. Taken in by Downs, left side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Scatterboo now from the gun. On the move, past the 40. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Here's Tracy on first down. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He finds Johnson over the middle. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Tracy. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York. The Giants grow the lead coming out of halftime. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants make it a 24-point ball game. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Starting from the 5. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. this from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Set. Yellow, ready.
Love from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just...
Yo, JD, check your phone, JD.
Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we
No throw, third and long. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Dose of the hurry up here.
cycle.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Love on the play fake. Look at that power, deep left side. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
This is Reed working the right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard
Love
line.
with it on first down. Going all the way to the end zone here. Intercepted in the end zone. Benjamin Morrison comes up with it. And the Giants will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
New York to the line. First and 10.
Let's go. Half the 60. Half the 60.
On play action with Dart. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Yo, JD, you heard me?
This is Tracy. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Finds him over the middle. He's got it in the red zone. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants continue piling onto this lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Love now. Off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack.
Here we go.
Love out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. He got 21 yards on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants get it back on his 6th interception of the season. First down from the 42.
Go! 70 Timberwolves.
They've got a man in motion. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. He finds Neighbors right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
At the 35-yard line.
Darts out of the shotgun. He's got Ayuk downfield. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants parlay the interception into points. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants grow their lead yet again. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. He fields it from the 8.
Yo, Malik, you see the score?
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And Rob Flack, first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Hate to say it, but it kind of feels like time, Brock. It might be time for this offense to get a little more one-dimensional because his ground game hasn't done anything. I mean, just look up at the scoreboard.
Or maybe the in-between is a little play action. I mean, everything they've done, unfortunately, has not worked. Not one to go backwards.
So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st and 10 at the
Drill
45-yard line.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of a
Fight.
yard.
97.
Brings up 4th
we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Packers with the football and a chance to, well, do some window dressing here in the fourth. The Packers take their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
On the ready.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
Set.
Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Sending him on the dive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Back to the well again. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is
Bless it, bless it, bless it.
bring up 3rd down.
On the set. Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Take over.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants throwing 6 more on the blowout.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants continue adding on to that lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle him up immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Play fake, it's Love. Well, it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. That sets up 3rd down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
Shotgun now for Love. He's got a man left. And this gets him well away from danger as he is up past their 20. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Hits him on the in route. Continuing to move past the 45. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here we ready.
Once more, it's Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. And now they face second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Let's go. Ready?
Third and long for him here. He's trying to push the field. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Desperation time here on fourth. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Giants take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions.
Driving forward. Get behind the line, and the ball is loose. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot at it.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity. And thankfully, they saved the day by at least jumping on the ball.
They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's third and 10.
A gain of a yard brings up third and 10.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. It's Scannaboo on third. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. It doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
This return starts at the 5. He dodged the tackle. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
On the double.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
First down throw. Here's Love. Taking a shot deep here. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for second.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Second and 10. Love trying again. He's looking deep once again. That's complete inside the 35. They're going to move the chains after a big play. 39 yards.
And the Packers first down.
Ready.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
set.
Love. Oh, brother, it's another interception. He shoves one away. And the Giants take over on his 5th interception of the season.
This is such the back and forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Right into a Scannaboo. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, New York.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Drawn up for him. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Let's go.
Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's 3rd and even longer now.